What's up guys, welcome back to the channel. My name is Dean, aka thebluecrusader, and today we're back for another WoW BFA video. So the topic of this video is how do you unlock all of those allied races that have been added in the pre-patch, as well as the new races as well. So what we're going to be doing is, this is actually going to be quite a quick video. I'm just going to be detailing some of the steps because apparently a lot of people still don't know about this, and this is designed mainly for the newcomers and new players, because most of the veterans and most of you guys who've been playing for a long time will already know how to unlock these races, and most of you guys probably already have unlocked them. Now, I've only just come back and I didn't really play so much of Legion, so I didn't really unlock any of these, plus I only got the expansion a few days ago, so I really didn't work on unlocking any of these. But I'm going to be telling you the prerequisites or the requirements on how to unlock all these races, and I'm going to be going through each individual one. So without further ado, we're not going to waste any time because I want to cut this video as short as possible. We're going to be jumping into the Nightborne first. So the Nightborne, or the Nightfallen, whatever you want to call them, are those awesome new dark elves. They're kind of like night elves, they're related to night elves. You should really read about all the lore and story, but basically all you have to do to actually unlock these is you need to be exalted with the Nightfallen as a faction. So what this means is possibly doing dailies, maybe even doing world quests, but the most important thing is actually finishing the whole Suramar zone. Now the Suramar zone I've got pretty close to completing on one of my characters, but it takes so long to actually complete the Suramar zone because there's so many quests, there's so many steps to it, and there's so much to do, and this is basically the 100 zone of Legion, so you're going to be battling some tougher enemies. But especially if you try and do this around level 120, it's going to be an absolute breeze, but it might take a little bit of time of doing. But in my opinion, the Nightborne is probably the best and most aesthetically looking race to unlock, so I would really recommend maybe starting with these guys and getting it out of the way. Plus you're going to get the achievement Good Samaritan for doing all the quests, and it's going to go towards the Lore Master achievement if that's something you're looking forward to doing. The achievement is also called Insurrection, that you need to complete all of the storylines in the Suramar zone. The next one is Void Elf. So Void Elves, you have to actually be exalted with the Argusian Reach and completion of You Are Now Prepared. So You Are Now Prepared is basically you need to do a scenario. So You Are Now Prepared is basically a scenario, and you have to complete the Argus campaign itself, which is part of some of the new DLC. And if you complete the Argus campaign and you actually get exalted with the Argusian Reach faction, which will most likely you'll get exalted at the end of doing the Argus campaign and doing all the quests, once you do this you'll actually unlock the Void Elf. So this is really interesting. The Void Elves actually look really great. A lot of people have been complaining, saying, you know, the Void Elves look really bad, they're just a reskin of the Blood Elves, really lazy. But in my opinion, they're really nice. They've got their own custom hairstyles, some of the facial features are different. I'm pretty sure they did actually add some new faces to them, and they do kind of look different to Blood Elves, but in my opinion they look really nice. So the next race is Lightforged Draenei. Now these guys are pretty similar in regards to the other ones to unlock. You actually need to be exalted with the Army of the Light. The Army of the Light is obviously the Paladin or the Draenei Paladin faction, and you need to complete the same achievement You Are Now Prepared, which you did for the Void Elf. So basically just do the Argus campaign, reach the final steps, watch the final cinematics, and get exalted with the correct faction, which is in this case the Army of the Light, which should be pretty simple for you to do, especially if you're playing on Alliance, and you'll unlock the Lightforged Draenei. The last race, which is actually unlockable now, or at least I think it's the last one, because I'm still going to be covering the other races, but I'm not sure on the status of being unlockable yet or not. The next one is Highmountain Tauren. So these, in my opinion, like I stated in my last video when I actually discussed what class you should boost, I kind of think these Taurens are just too similar to the normal Taurens. I don't know why they've even bothered adding an allied race for them. Kind of similar in terms of Lightforged Draenei, but they still do look cooler in my opinion. These are actually the requirements. So you need to be exalted with the Highmountain tribe. You can do this basically by just completing the whole Highmountain zone, and then if you can find any dailies in that zone, you can also do those. But once you complete the whole zone, you'll find yourself pretty high with a reputation. And then the next achievement you have to unlock is Ain't No Mountain High Enough, which basically just means completing all of the different Highmountain story zones. So if you complete all the different storylines in the different zones in Highmountain and get exalted with the Highmountain tribe, you'll actually unlock the Highmountain Tauren. One thing to note is to unlock all of these allied races, you do have to have Battle for Azeroth purchased. You don't have to have the pre-order version purchased, you can just order the normal standard one. I actually ordered the pre-order version on the day it came out, and this actually allowed me to have the character boost, which was really nice. But all you need is the normal expansion, and then you can actually unlock all these allied races. That's just something I forgot to mention earlier. But we're going to move on to the Mag'har Orcs. So these orcs are like the brown skin orcs, the dark black skin orcs, and the grey skin orcs, and I'm pretty sure you can get like red variations of the skins. Basically the classic orcs before they got corrupted and actually drink demon blood. So really interesting stuff here, and they actually come from Nagrand, I'm pretty sure. Or maybe it's just a collective of all the Draenei orcs, I'm not quite sure. But you can get loads of different skins and loads of different looks to make them look like they're from different orc factions, which is super cool. So this is definitely one of the races I'm really looking forward to. And in my opinion, I think Horde really does have the best allied races so far, so I'm really interested to actually unlock those. So basically for the Mag'har Orcs you need to have the Battle for Azeroth expansion purchase, which most of you guys probably have if you're above 110, or well, you definitely do. And basically you need to complete the allied races Mag'har Orcs achievement as well, which is a hidden character achievement. This gives you different unlock requirements, and it gives you a special recruitment quest and some different prerequisites which you need to complete to unlock it. So I think at this point you can't do this achievement because there's not really much information when I actually looked around for info on this, but you'll definitely be able to do it soon if that's not the case. And you also need to do the tracking achievement Allied Races Mag'har Orc unlock requirements, which is reach Exalted with the Honor Bound and earn the achievement Ready for War. So we can have a look at these achievements. I'm not sure if they're actually available yet, but we can have a look at them. Ready for War, you need to complete the war campaign in Zandalari and Kultiran. So basically the Mag'har aren't available yet, they're going to be unlocked with the Zandalari Trolls. And in my opinion, the Zandalari Trolls are a Horde allied race, but I really wouldn't be surprised if they allowed you to unlock it on either faction. So you need to complete this Ready for War achievement, which is actually completing the war campaigns in Zandalari and Kultiran, which haven't actually come out yet, so that means that you can't unlock it just yet. And this will apparently take several weeks to unlock, so it's going to take you a while to do these campaigns, which is really interesting. It's something to grind for, I guess, and you can actually look at some guides on the internet if you want to learn how to actually complete these war campaigns. Now the next thing is you need to be exalted with Honor Bound, like I said before. This is a Horde only reputation, so like I mentioned before, this is a Horde only faction. It obviously makes sense because they are from Draenei and they are originally a Horde race in the original timeline as well, but it can be obtained mostly by completing the campaign steps. So if you're doing the campaigns that we mentioned before, the war campaigns, the majority of the reputation will be gained from this, whilst the rest can be obtained by world quests, Warfront contributions, and emissary, and certain things in Kultiran. Then what you need to do is you need to complete a special recruitment quest or scenario like we mentioned before, which will allow you to get good ties to the Mag'har Orcs and convince them to actually join the Horde and make them realise why they should join the Horde. So after that you're going to earn the Allied Races Mag'har Orc, and you're going to be able to unlock the race on your account. Now there's only one more race we have to look at, and this is actually the Zandalari race. So first of all, the requirements so far that we know for this is you need the BFA expansion, of course, like everything else, and you need specific details on the unlock scenario to be available, but they're not actually available just yet. But one would presume that you need to complete the Kultiran and the Zandalari war campaigns like you do for the Mag'har Orcs. That would probably make the most sense. As we know, this will actually involve completing the 120 experience like we mentioned with the war campaigns. And one thing they've rumoured is Zandalari Trolls might actually start at level 110, because you do need a level 110 class to actually unlock them. Similar scenario with Death Knights in Wrath of the Lich King. You needed to be level 55 to unlock them, and then they started at level 55, so I'm pretty sure we're going to see the Zandalari Trolls actually starting off at level 110, which would be absolutely awesome in my opinion, because it'd be an easy druid for me to level. You already need a 110 though, so whether that means they're going to start at 110 or not, I'm not quite sure, but that's what I currently think is going to happen. Not really any extra information so far on additional achievements, but you do need to complete those war campaigns, and most likely you will need to reach Exalted with one of the Zandalari factions. As you can see in BFA, there are some new factions, so I just try at this point, because we don't have enough information available. What I do is just complete every single zone, do all the quests, because it's going to allow you to have the achievements anyway. And they haven't currently added the BFA stuff to the Lawmaster yet, but I'd recommend still clearing it just so you've got it done in case they do and you haven't unlocked it yet. You'll get those achievements for completing all the different storylines in the new BFA zones, and also potentially you'll reach Exalted with certain reputations that might might be required when unlocking the Zandalari trolls. So this is really interesting information, guys. I just wanted to lay out all the information on how to unlock all these different races, because what I'm going to be doing is unlocking a lot of them myself. I'm probably going to go for the Nightborne first, but a lot of the others do actually entice me as well, but mainly the ones that aren't actually available yet. So if this information helped you and you're looking forward to unlocking some allied races, then definitely do subscribe to the channel so you don't miss daily WoW videos, gaming videos and lore videos, and also leave a comment below telling me which race you're actually going to unlock first and what's your favourite race and what faction you're actually playing on right now. Be sure to like the video if it helped you, because it does help with the traction on the video and I do need to get my channel out there. So thanks a lot for watching and I'll see you next time.
Let me begin. I came to win. Battle me, that's a sin. I won't tell a sack up. Punk, you better back up. Try and play the role and yet a whole crew will act up. Get up, stand up, come on, throw your hands.